up as we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando. That's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. This fourth and final matchup on this divisional round weekend. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Mac Jones, excellent in the W, as his guys get victory number 12 on the year.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. That's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC Divisional round. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans going to take over here to start quarter number 3. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room.
There he goes, right side. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now, hang on, we got an injured player down there. Oh, boy, that's Odell Beckham Jr., OBJ, who's hurting. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Stroud now on 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gains. 2nd and 2. Now a 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Stroud. Now they go screen. It's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Partner, I see you reaching for a white flag. Put it down. I don't want you throwing it, but I understand why. Because if you do, you're hoping they might actually stop this game because we're in blowout territory right now. That interception just surrendered any momentum they built up in the locker room during halftime. So game plan, it's in the garbage. Time to try something new in this one.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. And he works free. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. 3rd and 4. Back to throw again. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And that's another throw that could have been intercepted. Part of this, you credit the defense. They've been really stingy. But he's also made some really questionable throws, and that's another one right there.
And that is no good. But that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here.
Boy, that's 3 points you really expect to have. That's nothing more than a lack of concentration to me because an NFL kicker should make this kick in his sleep.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. To throw on 3rd down. Stroud had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick 47. This one looks good as well. Taken from just outside the 30. A good head down running on the return, gets about 15 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Flushed out right. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. 16 more on that one and another 1st down.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. And there's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Jags have got it on cruise control.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Houston set to take over. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Stroud. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. 4-1 show Fatukasi. Drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. The Jaguars getting set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down. A handoff for Etienne, and here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll go again with Etienne. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. Etienne with it. And he's going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 28. Ezra Cleveland, the guard, called for the penalty there. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Back to throw. Flush to his right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one goes for 30 yards.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll set up to throw. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars are pouring it on. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Houston's offense taking over again. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort. Pierce now up the middle, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now 3rd down and 7. Stroud sets up the play action. He'll let this go deep for Collins. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. So they'll, of course, decline the pass interference there and wisely take the yardage.
And I think defensively he's saying, I was getting away with that in the first half. Why are you making that call now? But to me, that one was pretty easy to see. I don't understand what he's upset about. I think it was the correct call.
Stroud looking to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Nico Collins from 8 yards out. And the Texans are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Lutz with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. 39 yards there, a big one.
And there's not a quarterback in the league that will ever complain about having small receivers like a Tyreek Hill or a Cooper Kupp who can find a seam, have good vision, and get open. But when you're throwing downfield like this, you want a big, tall receiver who can go above the rim, or if you're a volleyball fan, above the net and get it. Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Again, he'll drop to throw. Sliding out of the... And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Will Anderson drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Stroud. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, that frustration, Charles. It's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
And he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. Stroud out of the gun here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
3rd and 19. Looking to throw. Stroud. Another one caught by Collins. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 33. And Stroud now to throw. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. 2nd down and 3. Again, it's Stroud. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. Devon Hamilton. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. And now here is another interception. Rayshon Jenkins picks it off. And the Jags are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Texans force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
The 2nd down throw now from Stroud. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
It's been a fun game for him so far, but I think he tried to do just a little too much that time. Give the defense a rare win on that snap.
Steps away. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Texans are going to get it back here just past the 35. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They knew this would be tough on the road. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this fourth quarter lead. McManus's point after is good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
4 yards the pickup, first down. Operating from the gun, Stroud. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Throwing again is Stroud. And that would be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. This will be taken at the 10. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. This has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we were watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast, because this game well decided a long time ago.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. Now back to throw. Rolling to his right. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 16 yards. A little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances. to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
Slot man moves right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw again. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Now McManus for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Texans getting set here to take over again on offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Foyesade Oluwakin. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner, hoping they hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Now a hit and a loose football, and the Jags grab it. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. On the move to his left. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Texans back out there and ready to go. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. On first down, here's Stroud. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. To Pierce, they set up the screen. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Foyesade Oluwakin. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete, but a flag is down here, so hang on. Let's see what we've got. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
They're going to look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice... And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Stroud. He's got his man. It's Pierce. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag. This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Collins. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. And that is incomplete. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the sideline, some jokester said to one of his teammates, maybe a few of them, hey, we're up 50. Why not go for 100? You think maybe that line was uttered on the sideline? I can't believe what we're seeing here. An NFL game this lopsided.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you know, you could always get the backup some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things, but ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas and they just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is, if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you? On those days where someone can run it up on you, do you handle it the way that you expect your opponent to? If so, keep doing your thing.
They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flushed out right. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Here's a 2nd and 5. They'll drop to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. He'll look to throw. Out to his left. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down. And that'll be off the crossbar and out. It's short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. But that's just a minor blip here in what's been a thoroughly dominating performance. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hard work.